1-800-FOOD-RUT, helping you with your food stuff. 1-800-FOOD-RUT.
It feels weird not having anything right here and just being like, welcome back. There's nothing going on. Anywho, welcome back to 1-800-FOOD-RUT. I'm Asia, your host, and I'm here to help you with your food stuff. So as we are continuing with our mini Valentine's Day series, continuing with how I think about this holiday and the celebrations, which is all about like the little moments, the small moments that have happened in the relationship with you and the person, and it building up connections and things of that nature. So when I think about small moments, I think about company, I think about cozy, I think about small plates. And small plates makes me think of charcuterie platters, grazing boards, and of course tapas, which literally means small plates, right? So that is what we're going to be doing today. I'm not going to show you how to make any of that because most of us kind of know how to make that, but so I'm not going to go, step by step. However, I will be giving some inspiration so that in you deciding that this year the way you all choose to celebrate is through a smaller, more intimate gathering, you'll have you a nice little treat to go with it. So again, I'm just offering another meal option in addition to dinner and dessert. So I'm gonna show you how I prep a few things, and then we're gonna get into assembly and all that good stuff. So let's get to prepping. Now, when I typically see a charcuterie board, a grazing, I only ever really see like salami, kind of cold cuts, deli meat type of things. I rarely see any other style of protein. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna kind of give it the tapas vibe, and I'm gonna give me some chicken because this is one of, hold on, let me season that a little bit more, but not too much. Because basically what we're making is lemon, because I can tell you what I'm doing. What we're making is lemon oregano chicken. And so I'm like, you know what? Chicken plus turkey as well as certain cuts of steak are pretty much the meats that I would be comfortable with being served at room temperature. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do my little chicken. But of course you can do, some other things. Just kind of think about like what other components are you adding to your board to kind of play off to how you were gonna season it. Since I'm kind of going like a kind of a Mediterranean-ish, a little bit American-ish vibe, I was like, okay, kind of Spaniard-ish. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna just do these things, right? Mm-hmm. So that's what we got here, okay? So I'm basically gonna put all this together, let it sit for a little second, do a quick marinade, saute it, and then slice it, and then you'll see me using it when it comes time to us, just live your life. When it comes time for us to actually build up our board. I'm laughing at these seeds, which is kind of crazy. But anyway, so yeah, as we're building up our board, you'll see me how I'm gonna put it all together. But anyway, so let me just get this a good love. Yeah, I mean. All right, so next up, I'm basically going to make me some pickled onions. I'm doing some pickled onions. I'm doing some pickled peppers. And what else? Oh, that's all I'm pickling. Onions and peppers. So when I think about like kind of building up a charcuterie board and things of that nature, I kind of think, apologies because they're working on the apartment upstairs, so in the event you can hear it. I think about the things that I would either want in a salad or in a sandwich. So to me, charcuterie, grazing, well, not really tapas, but charcuterie and grazing are more so along the lines of a deconstructed salad or sandwich. So that's kind of how I get to what I want to add to mine. So it's going to be some pickling. I'm using a very basic pickling brine, which is equal parts vinegar and water. I was like, what am I talking about? Vinegar and water. Okay, piece of onion. Clearly you don't want to be cut, so let's move you. And I'm using distilled vinegar. Of course, instructions, everything is going to be down below. Yeah, this was for the onions. For my peppers, I'm using a banana pepper, a jalapeno, and 2 Serranos. I am going to be mixing all of my peppers when it comes to brining, but when it comes to presentation, I may or may not make the decision to like take them apart. But I'm just gonna give these a nice little cut on the bias, which basically means cutting it on an angle. Add them to the bowl. For the brine, you pretty much want to come to like kind of like a simmer, more so kind of like a quick little bubble boil, and then you're just gonna just pour it on top. Add whatever other things you want to do. If you want to what's the word I'm looking for? If you want to season it any other way, but I'm like, I just really want the items pickled, so I'm not looking to impart any more flavor. So let's just do a good classic brine and call it a day. And so that's what I'm gonna do. The brine is currently on the stove top again, equal parts water and vinegar. Put it on the stove top. I've also microwaved mine. Because I am doing so many batches, I know it's like, let me reduce the amount of dishes. But if I know I'm only gonna do it in if I know I'm only gonna do one briny thing, like if I'm making nachos and I want some pickled jalapeno peppers in a microwavable dish, put everything, microwave it, and then I add my peppers, set those to the side. It really leaves like 5 minutes and you're good. That's it, okay? So I'm gonna show you how to do one more thing. And then by the time we come back, we'll be building our charcuterie / grazing / tapas. I'm really calling it the grazing moment. Anywho, I'm still workshopping in that. We're gonna get there. So next up, we're going to char us some peppers. All right, so I got these little peppers because I was like, oh, I'm planning on making some other stuff this week. And so I was like, oh, instead of me getting one big bell pepper, which is what I would usually do, and you could just put it straight in the middle. But I was like, I got other plans. So I'm just going to buy these mini peppers because they're going to serve the treat. So it's just a nice, lovely technique, you know, to kind of like encourage the sweetness, kind of give you a char feel. If you kind of like, oh, I want something grilled and barbecue. But where I am, it is freezing. Use this technique just to get that char feeling, because again, a technique is supposed to be of use to you. It doesn't only have to be in one place, because typically when I do see charred peppers, they're usually added to something. Hold on, let's get this on and popping. Okay, yeah, I would advise to do this before you start the flame, because otherwise, but you can do it this way. You're gonna hear some popping, pop, 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 pop. It's gonna most likely be the water, or you can use some tongs and kind of hold it, but who wants to stand here and hold these peppers individually? Not I, says the cat. But anywho, typically when I see charred peppers being served, it is usually in the capacity. I'm not getting where I want it to go. Now, if you do it on the eye on the stove, it's usually, the heat is usually on the ring outside as well, which I'm probably gonna have to do, but I at least wanted to show you visually how it's done. Anyway, that's how I see the peppers served. Typically cold, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, char up your peppers, throw them in your omelet, throw them in your hash browns, blitz them up and make a nice, lovely sauce, okay? There is a sauce that I love. Oh, see, we got a nice little char. There is a sauce that I love, which is like a charred or roasted red bell pepper sauce that I use. I got it actually from this place that I get tacos from, and I was like, ooh, I learned how to recreate it. Delicious, delicious, delicious. But anywho, I'm gonna finish charring up these peppers. Understand that the technique is supposed to be useful to you, not just how you learn how to do it if you were doing a recipe. And let me hurry up before my friend come on, which is the smoke detector. So anyway, I'm about to char these on my stove, but you see how I look and all that good stuff. Okay, so we have some more that we're still doing, but this is kind of the char so far. I'm gonna cover it with plastic wrap. If I can get that. Bars. We're gonna cover it with plastic wrap, and this is what's gonna help basically make it easier for us to scrape off the char, because you definitely gonna want that char off. You don't want to eat that. It's pretty much just gonna kind of steam them also. So as you're doing, put them in here, keep them covered so you can keep that heat so that you can sweat it. You're gonna take a knife, scrape, 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 and then we're gonna cut them. All right, and we're done. Our nice, lovely grazing tapas charcuterie board for our moments of reflection as we're celebrating this holidays with this holiday with the ones that we love. So as you can see, we got us a lot of accoutrements. If you want the little cream cheese or just any soft cheese, just Use a heart shaped mold, press it in, boom, there you go. Other accoutrements I added. The deli meat I have is a Cajun deli meat. It is really spicy. It's turkey, and then I also have some, is it Calabrese? The spicy salami. I know I had 2 spicy things. I wouldn't have went that route, but whatever. This is what we got. For my nuts, I got macadamia, pecans, and pistachios. And then I have some dried cherries. What are my apples? Pink ladies. Typically, you will see like chocolate, but I just felt like we already got a mixture of things going on. So I don't think no chocolate is going to do that too. But anywho, I didn't put my crackers out because as you can see, there is literally no room. And also, this is this is for one. I didn't want to make a big dump. This ain't for one. I'm not going to eat all of this. But maybe I will. Anyway, I didn't make a like big one, you know, like to share, because this, you can share this with somebody, you know, just add a little bit of stuff, a little bit more stuff to it. But I was like, yeah, no, I'm gonna eat this right now. And also, the leftovers will be my lunch tomorrow. I still haven't quite figured out what type of bevy I'm going to have, but you know, if I'm gonna do a mocktail, water, or a good cocktail. But anywho. Oh, I forgot to say what kind of cheese I have. Cream cheese, cheddar, and Parmesan. So, yeah, that's what we got going on here. You know, some pumpkin seeds would be good with this. I don't know why I put pepitas, and I love a pepita. But anyway, we're going to go with our good lemon chicken. I think I'm going to do a little Parmesan cheese with that. I'm going to do a little of my pickled onion with it. I don't know why I'm telling y'all all of this. But anyway, I'm going to eat all of this. But let me get a little taste for y'all. Move that over. No, really good together. Okay. I mean, I thought it was going to go, but you know, that's good. Yeah. So, anywho, until next time, bye. And I don't, will I see y'all on Valentine's Day? I don't know, it's on a Friday. It's not a Friday, it's on a Saturday. Either way, until next time, let's just slap myself. Because this is good. Bye.